Welcome back and hello everyone, welcome back to Humankind as we continue on our, Roman adventure, our Roman expansion. At least I'm trying to do that, right? So at the moment, we have to do a lot of things. So first of all, let's just have a look at the grand scheme of things on the world map where we are right now. So as we can see, we are kind of like sandwiched between major forces. We have, I think, the Goths still. Yep, these are still the Goths. To the west, we have up here our Harappas, or as they're called, the English now, so they changed a bit their culture. We do have the Babylonians down to the south, and boy, I'm really crushed by how big the Babylonians are there. So this is looking massive right now. They are getting world domination, it seems, and we have a very big enemy there at our borders, which by the way is an incredibly large border that goes over 3 territories that we will need to defend at some point. Right, so right now, what I could try here with the Babylonians is I could still try to deepen our relationship. There are still Babylonians, by the way, which is a good thing, by, for example, purchasing products. So the die, for example, here gives me industry per die on all cities. This is really powerful. So I've neglected trade a bit up to this point here, but we should be having a look at that, especially since we do have a lot of coin. Let's purchase a die from them directly. This gives me the industry and the stability, especially since I can purchase more of them. And yes, it stacks, so I do get now way more stability than before, for example. And porcelain here that I can also use. Porcelain, by the way, gives me plus 12 money on main plazas. Right, another cool thing. So let's just try and increase our trade budget with the Babylonians. It will then be less likely for them to wage war on us. Very important, what we have in the background for research right now is the conquest. And as I said, for the conquest, there's something very important here that we need. It's not conquest. I don't give anything about conquest. What I want is the imperial power that gives me the Praetorian Guards, which are a very strong close combat unit. So the Legion, basically, units that we have, and they're really strong up to the early modern era. So they will be quite strong for a very long time, and we need to focus them hard. And we already have a lot of swordsmen that I can then upgrade. Now, speaking about swordsmen, I am training a few more after the workshop. Rome is overpopulated right now. It's fine though. What I do want to do here though is I want to move another one over here to speed up our growth, and I want to move one from industry to science, so we speed up our science there. And by the way, I think we do have that in Pompeii as well. So money is not that important. We're not losing that much money if I move that. So I'm moving. Oh, I can only have 2 there at the moment. Okay, now it's equal again, right? Why is it turning to 5? I have no idea. We'll just check this one. So there it's working. We have 1 more in science, and in Phaistos, yes, we can have 2 more in science here. So progress has been sped up with that, or well, is improving now on a bigger turn. Other than that, not that much we could do right now. Now, cultural conversion has started from the Babylonians to Pompeii and Rome. What does it mean? Let's just check this one. We have our civics, right? So as we can see, we are getting influenced by other empires. So for example, my Roman capital, which is still the majority for us, but it's now shifting towards Babylonia. It's not that tragic yet, but later on they could cause revolts and actually overtake my city if I'm not too careful about that. And we can only counter that by having a stronger civic than they, and also of course a military force. Let's just check this one. Influence is fine, and we can go with another civic point, which is the slaves policy. And the slaves policy here, once again, we do get some options. 1 bonus population per ransack, or on commons quarters we get food and industry. Commons quarter is something that we still need to get, right? This is coming later. It would push us a bit more towards the world. No, it should push us to homelands. Operation Humanism and Universalism. If I go... Oh, criminal slaves or war slaves. Right, this makes sense then. We are using the criminal slaves in this one.
Law enforcement practices,
right,
just to get your production quotas.
Let's get back in there. Looking at all these details, the game is just beautiful. Just look at what's going on here. We have some smaller streets. By the way, yeah, of course, we have a street network across the map. And yes, by the way, we do get rails and trains as well coming in and planes flying around. So the map is really lively in this area. Just love at all these details and how colorful it is. Just an overall very beautiful game. I just wanted to notice that while we are preparing probably for the next war. My ship out here, we are going to sacrifice this because I want to know if there is some land over there, right? This one doesn't survive on the open water there for too long, but we just need to go with that. We just need to have to risk it. There is no other way here, right? To the south and to the north we are blocked anyway, so that ship is good for nothing other than using it perhaps for some exploration. The poor guys on board of that. Now, army lost at sea. That was Oh! The Ghanaians have fallen. The first civilization is gone. This empire is eliminated. You may not interact with it anymore. Alright, we lost the first competitor. I would be very curious where it happened. So I think they were stationed somewhere down here and they must have been destroyed. Yes, I think they have been destroyed by the Babylonians. Who could it be any different? Oh my. Alright, there's one gone. We have another osmosis event boosting our research, and we have the conquest research. Perfect. This opens up now the imperial power. And let's just really try and speed it up. I hope we get the imperial power there quickly. We actually should have researched that for a very long time now. Oh, very nice. Over here we do have land. There is actually something coming up. It's going to be too late for that ship though, right? So for one single tile it's not surviving and boom, next turn it's gone. But at least we know there is land and there is unclaimed land. So we could actually claim this one, whatever's over there. So it's worth it investing a bit into a proper fleet with some troops on board. Pompeii has grown once again. That's pretty important. So we have another 10 population or city now. And I would like to go ahead then and train some units here as well. We do have still the House of Scribes. Let's push this one. We have, after all, also some scientists here working. And I could also have a research quarter. But first of all, let's get us another swordsman. And then we can go for another, or for, I think, the first research quarter. And let's have it close by. So there we can have then a couple of these popping up. So let's get the first research quarter on the way, because we really should do something about that. Edo-Japanese has been chosen. So the first ones are reaching the next era already, which is just insane. And we do get another osmosis event. Boosting for 85, 84 research. That's nothing really, but I'm still fine with it. Now, egregious earworm. The dismal repute of their leader proves to be a source of great amusement to your people. A deeply unflattering and instantly unforgettable rhyme, which casts aspersions on both your mental prowess and body odor. What is going on? The children sing it as they play, the workers murmur it as they toil, and even the elderly wheeze. How should you respond to this rhythmic ignominy? Penalize them. We do get actually money out of that. Tolerate them. Or sermonize it and use it for industry. Let's do that on non-besieged cities. Basically on all my cities, we do get some 10 industry and speeding up our thingies.
It seems that someone took the phrase, building your future, a bit too literally.
Alright, that is fine, that is fine. The English feel different about us, and we do have another osmosis event, please. Boost it. One more turn, perfect. Then we finally go with the legions, and we would really like to do something here. I'm trying for war. Now, I do have a bit of a conquest here in my mind. Let's move my troops there north, because we want to do something. I think the Goths are not so strong, right? The Goths have only 2 cities there. I don't see them anywhere else, at least not on our island anymore. I think we could crush the Goths, and if that's possible, we might get 2 cities here that we could use then, and finally, well, get our domination there in the north of this continent there. I would really like to try something like that. So I'm moving my troops over there now as we speak, in order to prepare for that. By the way, we should keep them in our territory though, so we can upgrade them to the Legion then soon. Research quarter, the next one is on the way. So Rome is being finished there pretty soon, at least the center of it. And since stability is also a bit bad, let's put the aqueduct in there now. Very important really to get the stability up. And the artificial reservoir, a pretty cool infrastructure because it gives me +2 food for all my rivers, right? And we do have a lot of river tiles close to that city. The city is basically built on a river. So let's go ahead and do that.
One of the
very
giants.
nice. Next turn,
Astride the globe.
we have Imperial
And
Power.
what will you do with this power?
I love that. And formalizing the rights, obligations, and responsibilities of citizens through laws or local administrators permits the applicants of long-distant political powers. And we get the Praetorian Guard. We get also the Commons Quarters now that we can use. So that is another city district. And we could also relocate our capital. Let's just check this one with my swordsman. I should be able to do it. I am very good, and as we can see, we do get some boosting there. And let's put the Praetorian Guards up there and just look at how gorgeous they are. Let's have all of them here. It's costing me 90 coin, and lucky me, I do have amassed quite some coin. With that, we make our armies basically much stronger. We also have some veteran armies there already. I would still like to go ahead and train a few more. Right, Praetorian Guards we have. Let's just check the technology tree, what next we should be going for. Mounted Warfare sounds pretty good because horsemen are in general very strong, but we do need more horses for that and we just don't have that. Feudalism is pretty powerful. Why? Because it gives me the crop rotation and it is +1 food on tile producing food. And that is massive. That is a lot of food that would be coming in with that. Plus feudalism I think is opening up the guilds then, and that allows us to have more trade routes and also to get the mercantilism up on the way, so a lot of money coming our way. War summons though, with the crossbowman would be my current favorite because it's also not taking so long, and then we might head into feudalism. I'm totally, by the way, ignoring, yes, the religion route here, the faith route. I'm totally not going for that. Since I'm a bit surprised by how strong the AI is, I really want to play the safe route and just focus on armies really, and production and production. My legions move northwards, quite a lot of them by now. They should be pretty strong, I think. I think they could take it. Let's go over there. There we have now the Goths. Are they still the Goths? Yes, they're still the Goths. So this is what we want. Oh, also, next turn, the Goths are no longer, they changed to Mongols. So this is one of the things that I don't like too much about this game, that you can change the culture every time you level up to a new era. I would have loved it if it stayed within a certain, culture. So for example, the Romans merge or, well, develop into the Celts then, perhaps, or the Teutons, or the Franks, or the Goths. That would make sense. But the Goths leveling up to the Mongols, it's a complete different culture. That doesn't make too much sense to me. So that's something I don't like so much. I would have loved if it stayed within a certain area of logic. But well, what can you do about it? Let's just see, the city here, Hattusar. Ooh, it's strong. It's strong. So if we want to take them, it would be quite the battle, right? If we want to take them, that is. We're at the borders now. I'm just going to wait here now, and we're going to see. Also, our next civic we can choose. We can choose now our industrial production, so we can specialize ours into this area. And what do we want? Do we want to have a nationalized industry, or do we want to have a privatized industry? Now, the nationalized gives me collectivism. The choices take an emphasis, socialized measures, regulations on the economy, +1 farmer slot on cities. Pretty cool. On the other hand, we do get the privatist industry and go towards the individualism. Private ownership, we get +1 trader on cities per market quarter. Yes, both of them are really strong. But since I'm already tending towards my collectivism, and I guess it also kind of fits the Roman Empire, we're going with the nationalized industry.
National control of vital
and I do like
and
the food,
resources.
because with food we have the growth, we have
Could
more
provide
pops, and
more
with pops we can
freedom
train
and
units.
autonomy.
And that's ultimately my goal here. Dragons of the battlefield, tales of other empire armies boasting fire-breathing engines is spreading like wildfire through your own ranks, driving interest in weapons powered by gunpowder. Now one such scourge, we are in 130 BC. Blackened armament has been scavenged from a recent battlefield. What should you do with it? Displayed, study it, deconstruct it. We do get a new army. We could study it. This gives me a +1 experience. Let's deconstruct it and get a... I think it is a musketeer. Yes! We do get our first musketeers, really. So they're using gunpowder. Let's move them up here real quick. It's a bit early for that, I guess. But what can you do about it? Definitely giving us a bit of an edge there in the fighting. Yes, Romans with muskets. Never heard of that before, but... who's to say they were not there? Let's continue. All right, I've been rethinking this whole thing. We are not going with the Mongols now, but we are going to rush into the English because, well, the English are strong, as we can see. They have very high pop cities, but I think they're pretty weak overall, as they're just having 2 territories, 3 territories. And it would be my next logical choice to just move up there. Plus, what is actually also going on is here that the English ended a treaty to us, right? So they're degrading their diplomatic relationship with us. So I think this means that they might want to go to war with us. So I rather attack them first before they attack me. So what we're going to do here right now is I'm going to move my troops. We do have quite a few of them now. I'm going to move my troops now right into this territory up here. Those guys and those guys. Right up there, there's some 5 English units here. We have no idea what's lurking in the fog, of course, and we'll just see if whatever happens there might be coming out. I think this is it for preparation. We do actually have a decent sized army right now, so there's a lot of soldiers waiting around here. We are, of course, pushing out more units as we speak. So units, units, units. It's the most important thing since we have the Praetorian Guard, and that's basically our Legion soldiers. And they're so strong. I love them. And we're just going to focus them completely and just hope that the English are not stronger than us. Money-wise, we are a bit down there right now, so we might be having a few too many soldiers or whatever. Let's not wait on that though. I'm continuing with the full advancement here of all my units basically, except for a smaller garrison that is protecting Rome. Rome, of course, needs to be protected at all times. Let's just check our other cities that we have in the meantime. So we have Pompeii here. Next turn is starting. The Babylonians are also taking their influence on us once again. The Edo-Japanese, they don't like us so much. Let's just check this one as well. Do we have a crisis with the Edo-Japanese? No, we don't. Let's just try something here. Where are the Edo-Japanese? This also gives me a good opportunity of just checking around what's going on there on the world map right now. So we got the English up here, the Mongols. So we are kind of like totally crushed here in the center. Very slim, really. There we have the Babylonians then, which are huge. So I'm a bit afraid of them, to be honest. And we got the Maya culture, or the Mayas down there, and the Aztecs a bit further away. The Edo-Japanese are far away from us. An alliance with them could be beneficial, right? An alliance with the Edo-Japanese could be something that could help us scaring off the British, or the English, sorry. Now, we can see here that the Edo-Japanese, boy, they have a lot of alliances, right? They have 4 alliances going on right now. I wonder how this one works out, if any one of them goes to war. But they're not at an alliance here with the British or with the English, right? So we can safely declare war on the English without them going against us. And well, I'm going to try this now. We are pretty much on well terms here, propose alliance, and we are allied. I mean, I think at this point they're just going with alliance with anyone basically, because they are allied now with basically everyone. But this, of course, is a good thing for us here. The British, let's just check them. Do they have no alliances, the English. Very good. So this could help us with this war. Alright, I think it's time. The next turn, we can now move into the territory of the English. Let's just do this. I wonder where they have their troops. Ah, they're coming now. We're marching in with full force, of course. This will trigger most likely a war declaration event. If not, then we might just attack them like that. Pretty strong. This would actually go right into a siege, right? So there we have a city. And here we have Harappa as the big city. It's a good question of where we want to attack first. I could, of course, attack with my full force on this one here right away. We do get the war declaration. We have declared war on the English, and we can now attack Mohenjo-Daro, right? Let's make this assault real. We're going, of course, to have a manual battle here. Quite a lot of soldiers are going to join this one. We do, however, on this city have a bit of a problem, what I can see right now. And the problem is that geographically speaking, there is no entrance except this one here, right? So there is no... We can't really march into the city anytime soon. So I will try position my armies so that I can actually fire at them from time to time. Boy, all my soldiers are going way back there. We are actually also going all the way back there to Rome, I think, with my units. Let's also get those archers there a bit to the front, the crossbowmen, of course. And let's end development and just see what happens. And as we can see, yep, that's it. Capture the flag is our goal, and it's actually evenly matched, this battle there. The thing is, it's all coming down to this choke point there, really. So think of the battle of the 300, because this is how it's looking. Except that we are the attackers, of course. And let's just see that we can also use our crossbowmen to our advantage. They're firing here from up to down them, or down to them. Right, unfortunately we can only use those 2 units there, I think, to fully do this. And with my guardians here, I'm going to try and just stand my ground, and we'll just see what happens then. They should not be able to attack from anywhere else, right, because they also don't have any entrance points, and we're just going to try and hold our ground here and see what happens. They have 1 archer unit over there, and they're moving away there a bit, also attacking me now. Ah, they can attack from over there. That's pretty interesting. As we can see, they're doing it now. Alright, this is a surprise to me. So they're flanking us there pretty hard. And of course, we need to try and not lose any units. I cannot do the same though, unfortunately. Let's use the damaged crossbowmen that's just been damaged. Let's move them over there. And yes, we can actually attack them here. So let's just do that, right? And I definitely do need some defense for those crossbowmen. So we might need to, yep, move some of my infantry over there. Unfortunately, we cannot do this in 1 turn only, but we're still going to try. We do have more units, more archers that we can use then as well. It's pretty messy. Next archers there as well. Let's attack right away. And let's use my musketmen as well to crush the next ones down here. Oh, look at that. They're also coming on that side now. We do have the upper hand though, so let's attack. And we might, if I have, let's move one of my other crossbowman units over there, since we could help them. Alright, we can now, hopefully, safely move into the territory itself, the city itself. So we do lose the penalty of the wall. I'm moving, of course, I'm continuing with my other units then that move just after that. And I think that's it for now. I cannot do anything here, I think. That's fine. Let's end the round and see what happens. Once again, they're attacking from over there. This is very, very tricky. Right, so they can always do this damage, even though it's not a lot. Where's the flag? There's the flag. We need to capture the flag if we want to end this quickly. Very good. That was their move already. We can once again move in here and attack those forces here in the center. Then I'm going to crush those there. Perfect. I think we cannot do anything else though here. So let's just move those guys out of the way, move the fresh units in and attack. Very good. Another unit going down. We can do the same thing on that side. Plus, I'm also moving those infantry now to the front line. And of course, we could continue then with a bit of a volley there. Unfortunately, nope. That's not possible, but at least my archers are being saved. And I think for now, that's the end of my turn. Let's just wait once again. We really should move them out there. Not the biggest of dangers yet, but definitely not good either. Fresh units of them are coming in right now. So this is hurting us there a bit. Oh, we're losing a unit there. Yes. Alright, the turn has ended, so we can check other things again. In Rome, we have 11 pop, so I might want to continue training some more units. And that's the end of this turn already. Let's continue with the battle. We don't really want to wait here too long. And yes, there's actually quite a lot of stuff going on right here in the center. And I would definitely like to destroy the stronger units there. So we can move in then again. With those, fresh units are coming here in the back. This one and this unit. And this unit can still hold its ground for another turn before we need to move it out. That should be fine. On the other side, here we do have the crossbowman that unfortunately can't do that much. I could also attack them. We would have the upper hand, but I'd rather keep my troops there stationed to flank them. We have this goal of the flag up there. It's a bit tricky. It's definitely a bit tricky to do all of that. I'm not going to deploy these units yet because we definitely want to save them. That's a pretty tricky siege, gotta say that. It's not easy. It's definitely not easy. We lost a unit, unfortunately, but now we should not be losing any unit there anymore because, yeah, well, it's done for. Let's attack them because my musketeers are doing a real good damage there. right? Those guys here, we could attack one more time, but we might be losing this unit then, and I don't want that. Let's use my archers there and shoot them to death. Go for it. Perfect. That's done. And we can also move in with those units here once again to the next one. Very good. I think that's it for now. We still have the chance of attacking here. Let's do this. Very good. Another unit is gone. And that's it. It's still very equal. I'm still a bit... Oh my goodness, look at that. They're cheating so hard here right now. Okay, this must be cheating. There is no other way for that because I can't shoot down there. Also not with my crossbow, man. Look at that. We would have a direct line inside. But they can shoot over the wall, over the mountains, over the other territory to my musketman. So that is... What is that? It must be the longbow, man. Something like that. Holy crap. They're very, very... I think very, very strong. We do have some units though here still, so I can still turn them down here. And we can still get some more legions on the way. Right, so I definitely want to get more fresh units to the other side here. Over here we can attack once more. Perfect, another one is down. And I think we might have now a free passage over there to the point that we need. Okay, once again, I need to look at how they can fire over walls and mountains and over territories to the other side. And they're doing a lot of damage now to my musketman. We definitely need to fight this off here, this damage they're doing to them. So I will now need to move my musketmen away there. I don't want to risk them. They're extremely valuable. We're moving into the city gates there once again. I'm also moving with my next units. And here... I'm now going to change my infantry units so we can do some proper damage to these longbowmen. Alright, not so early. I should have been happy about that because there's still some units here as we can see, and they also attack now from above. So I definitely need to move up here and then I might attack them. Nope, I might not do this. I'm going to move in my crossbowmen here so I can attack them. There you go. Damage them a bit. Do I still have... I should still have some fresh units. There they are. And I can now also move in with more units down here. And we're moving, of course, with more fresh units then. Here, into the city then. It's a bit messy, unfortunately. It's messier than I thought it would be, the whole thing. Alright, those units I'm definitely going to push back because I don't want to lose them. And here I can still damage those longbowmen. But even against my infantry, they're pretty strong. Right? Alright, let's move into the flag. We're holding the flag, so if we keep the flag now for one full turn, we have won. We still have some reinforcements here. We still have those ugly longbowmen. Let's try and further bring them down. And then I should have the upper hand here. And I'm moving in and here. Perfect. They're also down. It's just this unit there, but I think we've won because we are holding the flag. And he can make one more move. But if he doesn't take the flag now, it's over. Perfect. It's over. We have lost 3 units. They have lost 16 units. So I'm very glad that I did not do the automatic resolution here because the manual battles, as always, are pretty strong. And as we can see, that was a very decisive victory, actually. And we got Mohenjo-Daro over there, which is totally not sounding British or English for that matter. But still, we have gotten it. Let's just have a look at our new tech that we get out of that civic tech, the monoculturalism or the multiculturalism. In this case here, I prefer the stability over everything. So stability is so important, especially if you want to go to war often. It's going to be quite harsh. And let's just check the war score that we have now. So they're losing pretty hard on the war score and we're winning pretty hard. Right, so that's how it should be. I'm going to let my troops rest for the night. We can heal them. Right, so some of them definitely need healing. Where is my musketman? There they are. they should definitely be healed. Right, so let's heal them. Since we are within our own territory, we can do this. Let's end the turn. Interesting what the English are trying here. They're trying to flank my Pompey. So I'm going to upgrade the crossbowman here. And Pompey, can we please finish a unit there as quickly as possible? This one, I'm going to move one from... here. That should be fine. But with 2 units, I'm not expecting them to be any stronger. I can move my troops here to help, right? So we're still having this backup unit there. 5 of them. A very good regiment. Let's move this one over there as well. And I also have more units at Phaistos, right? So we still have reserves. We still can do some stuff. I'm, of course, continuing here training my troops. Rome has lots of pops. So another legion that would be coming after that. And those guys here can all just rest now. And that's the end of this turn for now. And also of this episode. Stay tuned.